Footwork projects. The primary focus of this drill is to train high-level lower body coordination and tension management in climbing, especially in scenarios that demand precise, intentional, and powerful foot and leg use. It's designed to isolate and intensify complex footwork mechanics that are often neglected or glossed over during typical sessions due to their scarcity in commercial or system board setting. Rather than training general movement or raw strength, this drill targets neuromuscular control of the lower body, foot-specific strength and proprioception, complex movement pattern acquisition, and visual motor planning before touching the wall. The details. Take time to create these boulders in your first session. Pay particular attention to feeling the moves without getting on the wall. If you can devote attention and patience to this part of this drill, you will have what is without a doubt the most effective way of training your ability to activate, command, and succeed with your feet and legs, just like they are your arms and hands. Find or create a boulder that features 2 or more of the following footwork techniques: hard heel hooks, hand heel hooks, foot compression, hard foot switch or match, hard toe hooks, drop knee toe hooks, inverted heel hooks, deep drop knees and narrow drop knees, and very intense toeing into holds that are angled away from you. At first, each move should feel awkward and hard to execute. The moves should ideally force these movements, but if they don't, force yourself to do them using the harder foot beta you are trying to learn. The best way to do this is to turn these climbs into a numbered circuit. For example, staying in the same 6 feet of space on the wall, but using 12 different holds at different times in order to execute 6 unique moves, having designated hands or feet for only that specific move. Here on my climb, I match hands on the side pole while on the foot clamp before I reach to the gaston. If this were a normal boulder, I would have skipped the match and bumped without the clamp. But in this case, I'm forcing myself to move to the next foothold so I can train a different type of foot skill. The goal is to, over several sessions, eventually be able to do this boulder and have the footwork techniques feel easy. Once you've done the boulder, repeat it 5 times. Then and only then will this boulder be considered sent. Smooth and controlled is the name of the game. Boulders should be 4 to 6 moves long and receive 30 to 60 seconds of rest per move executed on the wall. Work on 1 boulder per session and give a maximum of 6 tries total. Turn the focus up. Make sure you can always do the first 3 moves to ensure you're getting moves in during your session and flowing. We want these moves to be achievable, but challenging, not next level. This way, you don't end up spending too many sessions on a move too far outside of your learning zone. Ideally, moves take 1 to 2 sessions to learn and 2 to 4 sessions to be able to do 5 times. It's okay if you have a hard time making up forced moves or even good boulders for this drill. Half of the benefits of this drill are learning how to identify these types of moves and feel them before even getting on them. You will get better at this over time. Note, before attempting this drill, I highly recommend that you warm up the legs with easier versions of the moves on your project so that you can save energy and make the most of your limited attempts. I personally like to choose 2 to 3 different moves and do them 3 times each, making sure I feel my muscles becoming warmer, feeling stronger, and then moves becoming easier. Additionally, if you're newer to making up your own climbs, in your first session, make sure to make the moves easy and achievable and get successful execution and feedback before making them harder. Using directional holds like non-in-cut side pulls, underclings, and gastons for hands are very effective ways at forcing more reliance on the legs and forcing these moves.